I was so excited when I came across Sarah Teasdale's poem May Night, because especially the second stanza, I thought this really fits why we sing together. And um, that kind of big question of why we do things, I think, is very appealing to me. And the line, here in the moving shadows, thinking of um, that's the passage of time, as the sun shifts its position in the sky and its light hits objects from different angles, that time is passing, and yet there is something timeless in these words. Um, that idea of that miracle, that it's like an everyday miracle, the sun shining, us seeing spring, the season of spring, which happens every year, but we get a renewed sense of purpose and being. My heart is fresh and fearless and overbrimmed. I thought that's exactly how I feel about singing. I think that this poem really kind of exudes that joy of being together and having purpose here and now. So I don't know if you noticed that word here is repeated a few times, but I just thought that we have such meaning within every moment, and thinking it's not later, it's now. That word here, with that sense of mindfulness and being present, I think became a big part of the form and structure for this work. The first thing I do when I get a new text is that as I go on my daily walk through the coulees, I memorize the text and I speak it over and over and over to myself. In this way, I'm finding out the rhythm and the type of music that you find within the lyrics, the words. And when I did this over and over, the word here kind of stuck out to me. So that's why you hear it repeated in the song, where it isn't repeated in Sarah Teasdale's poem. I think that she'd give me that allowance. The structure of this work does focus with the second stanza featured twice. So we have, in music, we have something we call like an ABA coda format, which this work kind of does. We get the first and the last part of the piece with the second stanza, although at the end we do have some variation. I don't know if you notice the meter changes, and it should feel kind of moving and fresh, even though we're singing the same type of idea for a second time. And then in the middle of the piece, we get that beautiful first verse: the spring is fresh and fearless, and every leaf is new. The world is brimmed with moonlight. And so with this word moonlight, my thoughts and hearts went to something that I frequently teach, and that very famous Clair de Lune. And so I know that very often conductors do not want us to scoop to find our notes, but I really love that sliding motive, and I hope you do too, that highlights that moonlight, for hopefully visible to your audience as well. I want to highlight one feature in the score that may be different from what you've seen. It says piano solo at this point, and I just want singers to be very aware that your collaborative pianist is an equal partner, and that you really have to, you sing part of this Debussy famous Clair de Lune motive, and then the pianist, you have to listen for the response. So I think that's a fun moment. And fun, I really think, is the purpose of this piece. There is the option for percussion or for clapping or even to omit this, but I think it is a great opportunity to explore possibilities and enjoy making music together. I am so thankful for all of you. I cannot wait to see how you breathe new life into this work. I catch my breath and sing. That is really about new life and new possibilities and hope, I think, for the future. So that's what you give to me, the thought of experiencing your presentation at Podium. It brings me great hope, and I am so thankful for each and every one of you.